Hi everyone, it's Andrea Sipple from the Northwoods of Wisconsin. The passage that I selected for my discussion this week is as follows. The industrial eater is in fact one who does not know that the eating is an agricultural act, who no longer knows or imagines the connections between eating and the land, and who is therefore necessarily passive and uncritical, in short, a victim. This passage really resonated with me. It got me even more excited about the path that I'm on with my education and kind of where I see myself in the future. I see it in my community all the time and the surrounding area. We live in a very poor area, a lot of people that are on assistance. I see it with the school menu. I guess just in all areas in an area like ours that is rural, and you would think that maybe people have more of a connection to growing their own food in the land and how different foods are produced. And I'm very excited to someday maybe be able to get out in the community and give people those tools that they need to have a better understanding of how to eat responsibly. That being said, how does the passage relate to my definition of eating responsibly? I feel like the passage that I read is kind of the opposite of the definition. The victims, in turn, are irresponsible about their eating, but it's an unintentional thing. They need to be given the tools to do so. They need public health education. In our community in particular, we have what's called the Price County Health Coalition, and it is food service personnel from the school, from the hospital, from the clinic, from the health department. They come up with programs. For example, 5210 is our local program that's been in effect for the last couple of years, teaching people kind of the guidelines that they should go by on a day-to-day to eat responsibly. Get 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. Limit yourself to screen time of 2 hours or less. Get an hour of physical activity and consume 0 sugary beverages. The thing that I would be willing to do more research, or the author gives a list of things we can do to meet his definition of eating responsibly and what we would be willing to try. So I guess all of the things that are in the list: participate in food production to the extent that you can. I'm definitely on board with that. Preparing my own food, obviously with a culinary background, I do a lot of that already and would be willing to improve it by maybe not buying any processed foods at all eventually. Learning the origins of food that I buy and food that is produced closest to your home. I've dabbled a little bit with that, but would definitely be willing to expand on that. Maybe have more conversations with the people at the farmers market and such, and really get to the bottom of how they produce what they do. Whenever possible, deal directly with the local farmer. My family does a lot of that, but we could do more. We certainly take advantage of our farmers markets for fresh produce, but I would be willing to look a little bit more into the meats that we consume and what we could do to support locally that way. Learning in self-defense as much as you can of the economy and technology of industrial food production. I think I'm on my way with this class, and I'm willing to do even more. Learning what's involved in the best farming and gardening. I definitely would like to put a little bit more effort into researching that and developing a decent garden of my own right here at home. And learning as much as you can by direct observation and experience, if possible, of the life histories of the food species. This I would like to learn just because I think it would be really interesting. So that concludes my answers for today, and I look forward to the rest of our discussions. Thank you.